Yeah, there's still some areas like Praga, for example. One super old lady stole my wallet,
Really?
which is, it was super stupid. Like I left my wallet for 2 minutes thinking, oh, it's Poland, nobody's gonna take it. And then I see this lady running like this and I'm like, I'm pretty sure she took my wallet because I left it on, it was holding a door.
So, tell me more about your life in Poland. What do you like? What you don't like? Are you learning Polish?
Yeah, of course, yeah. I'm A2 now.
A2,
I can understand.
to Polish now.
No, po polsku możemy.
No, tak. Zrobimy tak.
But it's a tricky language. Like I've learned many other languages. I speak Spanish and English native. I've learned German, Russian, and Polish is you have to truly like the country. I've met a lot of people that live here. For example, I know Americans that have been here for 5 years. Some of them are married to Polish women, and they speak nothing. They cześć, dzień dobry, and that's all. Because if you live in Warsaw, you kind of don't need to speak it if you don't want to make a true connection with anybody. But at the place where I'm living, I have to speak the language. Like that's the mistake I made in Dubai. I was 3 years there. I didn't learn anything in Arabic. And I couldn't make like the connections I had to make. I always had to get a translator. I always had to rely on somebody that spoke Arabic. If I have some trouble, for example, let's say somebody sues me for anything, as a wealthy individual, you tend to get sued sometimes. And everything's in Arabic. So what do? You start freaking out. The same thing in Polish. Like if I have a problem with, I don't know, my car registration is wrong, and then they send me a bunch of papers in Polish, I want to make sure I understand what that means. I want to make sure if I want to do anything in the future, I understand. And that's a really tricky one, learning Polish.
And I guess you are here now. You're living here. So what is the observation you first noticed when you start living here permanently? Not permanently, but
I would say the infrastructure and overall the city and
yes, this we talked about. Yeah,
it's great. Honestly, it's well developed. There's still some areas like Praga, for example. One super old lady stole my wallet,
really.
it was super stupid. Like I left my wallet for 2 minutes thinking, oh, it's Poland, nobody's gonna take it. And then I see this lady running like this and I'm like, I'm pretty sure she took my wallet because I left it on, it was holding a door. And I'm like, excuse me, like you took my wallet. And I talked to her in Polish. And she's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure you took my wallet. And then after just not harassing her, but like telling her, like, I know you have my wallet. She takes the wallet out of her pocket and gives it back to me. And I'm like, why did you try to steal my wallet? And then my girl here basically said like, oh, it's Praga. Like it's a bit sketchy area. But I'd rather have that than a gun to my face. So I'm from Latin America, where you can have a gun to your face and give me everything you have or I'll kill you. So I'd rather have this. An old lady taking my wallet, you know? So the overall, the lifestyle here is quite good. The food quality is very good. Air quality is so in the big cities, but if you go to the countryside, it's very clean. There's huge countryside that you can't buy land as a non-Polish citizen, I think. You cannot buy land. But if you become Polish and you learn the language and everything, you can buy big plots of land. So great opportunities, honestly. If you want to contribute to the country, even though immigration makes it hard.
Yeah.
But it's a great place, honestly.
It's a great place to live in. So with all the success you have gathered, and let's get spiritual here a little bit. What does success mean to you?
It depends what you want, because I have friends that work 12 hours a day and they make $1 million a month. I don't make $1 million a month. That's not the life that I want. You know, they work 12 hours a day. They live in the same place. I mean, they don't really live there because they're at home 12 hours a day, and they take a vacation once or twice a year, and that's all they do. And they make millions, and they have millions in the bank, and that's not the life I want. I want more of a lifestyle business where you make 100 grand a month, let's say 50 grand a month, whatever, that allows you to travel all over the world. If you want to go to Asia for 2 weeks, which I did, we traveled all over Asia, went to Singapore, China, or in China for a while. It allows you to do that. And that's what I think success, to me at least, is, where you can determine what time you wake up. If I want to wake up at 8 a.m. or 11 a.m., it doesn't matter. But at the same time, you're not working 12 to 14 hours a day, because you never know when everything ends. You know, there's people that work 12 hours a day and then they cross the street, boom, and that's it. They're 30 and they're gone, and all they did was work and make millions, and they never spent any of it, and then the bank just takes it and gives it to the government, and that's it. So
That's true.
you never know.
So this is also a spiritual question for you. If you can or could live anywhere in the world, and we take out citizenship, passports, all these things, where would you live?
Probably Poland, honestly.
Really?
I mean, I would get an Irish passport.
Uh,
That is
no, we take out the passports and everything. If you could live anywhere, where would you live?
Well, I like Poland. Like I can live anywhere, you know. I can live in Switzerland if I want to. I can, but I mean, Switzerland is it's a great place. I love Switzerland, but the police came to my hotel at, I don't know, 5 a.m., 4-ish, knocking like Polizei, Polizei, and I speak German, so I'm like, guys, what's going on? Like,
Chill.
you want to check my papers? Like, here you go. Here's my passport. Like, what do you want? And they're like, you have a speeding fine from 2 years ago. It's 100 euro or 100 francs. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I will give you 1,000 if you leave me alone. Like, this is ridiculous. So I think the law, and it's kind of funny because you go to the main Swiss cities and you see people that are not really Swiss. So who knows what's going on there. But Switzerland is a bit too much on that side. There's other places like, for example, Sweden or Norway and so on. A bit too dark, too cold, in my opinion. And then you have other countries that people want to live in, like Thailand, for example. I was in Thailand 7 months. You kind of want some European infrastructure after 6 months in Thailand. The same with Latin America. Living in Cancun for a couple months, you kind of want some not, 35-degree burning you weather every day. So it's a good combination. I would say being all year here without leaving, no.
I see.
I gotta go to Spain for a bit. I have to go other places because the weather is pretty tough. But I've been everywhere. It's
a beautiful answer. I validate the Poland answer. So what's something important in your field of work that we haven't spoke about today?
I would say just the importance of making your own money independent from where you live. Because I, for example, I was talking to a family member of my girlfriend, and he was like, I really want to move somewhere like Dubai. I really want to live somewhere else. But, our business is here. Like, we have to be here. And for somebody like that, it would be nice to have some sort of business that they can move anywhere. They can, like, go to any other country. Maybe they realize that they love Poland, but their income is so tied to this place. And for example, there's people that live in the US because they have to, because the job is there, because they can't do anything else, because their business is somewhere. Versus if you make money online, and because I'm sometimes associated with these people that coach people how to coach people, how to coach people, how to coach people, how to coach people. And there's a lot of people like that make their money teaching people how to teach other people how to make money. And then it's like, I see the mastermind groups and the clients are teaching people how to make money, and they're learning how to make money, teaching people how to make money. It's ridiculous. Yeah. And the cycle just continues. And then at the end, the person doesn't make any money with the actual business that they offer. So don't do anything shady, don't do anything weird, but try to make it as independent as possible. Yeah.
Beautiful. Rafael, thank you so much for this conversation. Full of wisdom. I'm going to start working on my passports. Any last parting words you want to share? Perhaps somebody who is trying to get to another place or moving to Poland. The floor is yours.
What kind of audience typically watches your... Are they mostly Polish coming to Poland?
It's like half-half.
Half-half. I would say if you're Polish living in Poland, let's say, it's good to have some sort of option outside, just in case the EU gets what they want with Poland, and obviously the conflict expands or anything. Just have a second option. And then for anybody wanting to come to Poland,
right,
I would like it to continue to be the country that it is right now. So if you're coming, just make sure you pay taxes, you contribute, you increase the GDP, basically.
And you learn the language.
You learn the language. Like on Twitter, X, I see people saying like, oh, is any of these migrants increasing the GDP? And it's true, they're all taking out of the GDP. So make sure you come and contribute to the GDP.
Beautiful. That's a powerful message. Yeah. Thank you, Rafael. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon.
For sure.